Welcome, guys. This is my toolbox store here. I am touring a KTL 7023 APZS Combat Can, my wonderful creeper, my Blue Point tool cart that I don't really use much more, so I got my big box here. Starting off here on top, my clipboards, miscellaneous nonsense, bucket of old boats, my water bottle, my chargers, Streamlight charger, DeWalt, Craftsman cordless drill, Snap-on, and my music. Well, let's see here. This is my box. So let's start with the top drawer. Over here, I have my tire sockets, my socket for my four-wheel drive. In here, I got transmission plates and a couple little bolts that I cut off for alignment pins. My medicines, 13-piece extractor set, Snap-ons, 3/8 and 1/2 inch digital torque wrenches. I got my long 3/8 performance tools extensions, and then here I have Snap-on locking extension, Snap-on breaker bar, and then my other long 1/2 inch extensions. Little thing here for the lug nuts. Safety glasses, little thing of screws, my blood sugar meter, and I guess I'll start over here. Over here is my standard sockets. I have Snap-on 1 1/4 to 1/2 inch, 6 points. Here I have a set of Mac from 1 1/8 to 7/16, 12-point swivels. I have a Snap-on 1/2 inch to 3/8, part store 1/2 inch to 3/8, set of Huskies, which are actually pretty decent. I beat these up pretty good. This is a 1 1/16 to a 7/16. Sorry about the lighting. Snap-on tire socket, foot socket. This is a Matco Cajun tool for Cajun boats. I am a diesel mechanic. Here's just some 3/8 drive deep well performance tool. I think these are O'Reilly's little 3/8 swivel sockets. I had a good deal on those. Here's my another set of Home Depot 6-point sockets from 7/16 to an inch and a 16th, nothing special. I got some Harbor Freight 3/8 12 points, some Part Store 3/8 12 points, then set of Snap-ons, the inverted Torx. My Duralast little quarter drive set, nothing fancy, just gets the job done. My Silver Eagle 3/8. This is the main thing I grab when I go out on road calls. Pretty decent little set. I can't really complain about it for what it is. Then I have a set of Husky 3/8 from a 10 to a 19, and then I think 3/4 down to a quarter. That's the spline drives. They do okay. Then I have my Snap-on. If I can get this thing here to focus in. 8mm socket to a 24mm socket, 3/8 impact. I have the Snap-on Deep 3/8, same size. I got a Matco and a Snap-on 3/8 impact swivels. Set of Max 12mm 12-point impact swivels from 12 to, this one is a 23. Then I have a set of Mac 6-point sockets from 10 to 34. Have the same in 12-point from Mac. Then here I have a set of Husky sockets from a 13 to 27. And I like Husky, they do okay. It's not my go-to tools. My Macs are, but these are good for backups if I ever ran into a spot where I needed one. This right here, 18mm for the Freightliner starters on the Cascadias. Here is a set of Husky 13mm deep well to a 27mm deep well. Then I got Matco 12 to 24 12-point impacts. Then I have right here a set of Matco CV axle sockets, 29 to 1.5 inches. That's GP. 36mm impact sockets, then 1.5 inches for my cats, and then a 41mm. And that's pretty much it for my top drawer. Next drawer down, I got 2 tire bars, a no-name pry bar, then I got my Matco pry bar. I got this on a little lockout kit. It kind of works for poking in doors, some rubber gloves. Here I got a couple of old Matco screwdrivers and an eyeball screwdrivers. Snap-on pry bar with these striking caps. Those are excellent. A couple pickup tools, tape measure. I'm not sure what you call these, but they work. The little flexible Matco pry bar set. Some Matco picks. Couple of lady fingers. I got those from Harbor Freight, I think. Part store, gasket scraper, air chuck, and gauge. Little pickup tool. I got the Sunex bit set. This thing is amazing when you're working on interiors of trucks. Has pretty much everything I've needed to pull dashboards apart. Then I have the Snap-on screwdriver set. Little monster screwdriver, works pretty decent. Snap-on hose puller set. And I got a couple off-the-wall screwdrivers back there and a little El Cheapo spark plug tester. To my wrench drawer. Starting off over here, I got a set of V8 stubbies from 7/16 to a 1-inch. I got the Home Depot offset wrenches from a 3/8 to, I think, 15/16, no, 1-inch. 1-inch, pretty, these things here are really good. They're a lifesaver on certain things. I have another set of the O'Reilly offset wrenches. I had to buy that just so I could cut this one in half for doing radiators and big trucks. Little eyeball 9/16 Craftsman wrench. I got a set of Snap-on crow's feet from a 10mm to a 19mm. Those are real good if you're working on max forces, trying to get fuel lines off of the heads. Then on my big wrenches, I got a set of Pittsburgh long swing from 1-inch to, what's that, 3/8 long swing. Next, my gear wrenches from 7/8 to 15/16. Then my standard wrenches, Matco from a 1-inch to a 1/4 Matco. Got a little Stanley here, 15/16, mostly just for adjusting air brakes with. I got the Husky line wrenches, the wrench that I cut in half. My big wrenches, it's SK 1/16, Snap-on 1 1/8, Do It Best 1 1/4, and then I have my ADT set 1 5/16 to 2-inch. Got a Ridge pipe wrench, Home Depot pipe wrench, 2 actual crescent wrenches, and a Home Depot crescent wrench. Matco's 3/4 geared on one side, box on the other for Cajun pins. Then over here is Snap-on's 10mm to 19 Snap-on, and that's it. A little custom bent and cut Husky 22mm for doing O2 sensors in my truck. A couple little oddball gear wrenches here. This is a 12mm geared on one side, box on the other side, Matco for pulling 4 drive lines. This is a Snap-on I just found on the side of the road one day. It's a 12mm and 14mm box. Next here is my gear wrenches from a 8mm to a 19mm gear wrench. 3 line wrenches. They're Huskies. Like I said, I don't really do that much with the line wrenches, but they work. Then my other set of Pittsburgh long swings from a 10mm to a 26 millimeter. I got just a set of Husky Allen keys. The yellow bars back here in my drawers, my magnets, I picked those up from Home Depot. They work real good on keeping all my wrenches in order. Yeah, I'll start over here in the left drawer. I got the Silver Eagle Master Torque Bit set of Impact Allen sockets, 1/2-inch drive from Tractor Supply. These are just some little off-the-wall part store stuff. I got a set of Pittsburgh 3/8 torque bits. I set of Gray Pneumatic Impact Torques. And then another set of 1/2-inch drive torque bits from Harbor Freight. And here's just a few little oddballs. I got Duralast 10 millimeter, Mac 3/8, 1/4 to 3/8, a little short extension, a swivel, and a 3/4. Next drawer. This is pretty much my lighting drawer. I have a lockout for track protection, kingpin lockout, some emery cloth, my U-joint puller. Over here is stuff to hook up to my trailer so I can do trailer brake, some Loctite, Teflon, and some other little lubricants in there. I got this from Home Depot. Little spotlight, floor light, works great, especially being inside trailers or under trucks doing transmissions. You get plenty of light out of it. A little homemade tool here I came up with for doing rear mains and ISX Cummins. My Mac flashlight, 2 string lights, my Little Coast pocket light, orange string, Husky little magnetic base, work light, and a headlamp from the truck stop. Next drawer is my electric. The DeWalt drill, nut driver, Ryobi Sawzall, Black & Decker grinder, my Snap-on 1/2-inch drive impact, my Craftsman closed drill, DeWalt bit set, drill bit set, and a Snap-on bit set. Over here it's just different little cutting wheels and grinding wheels. The one thing I did like about this box was this drawer, little organization drawer. You can reconfigure this however you want to fit your needs. Me, this works out pretty good. Here it's got some little thing of Loctite, a couple cigarette lighters, some wood blocks out of the clutch, my filler gauges for doing overheads, and a couple drive shaft bolts. Miscellaneous little pocket screwdrivers and a Allen's wrench from something. Couple battery clamps, razor blades, miscellaneous drill bits, some O-ring lube. Back there in the back is some more little torque bits, a little Husky air connector set, my Husky digital caliper, which this thing is very useful. I like it. It was like 20 bucks and it works very good. Sawzall blades, anchors and magnets for doing alignments on trailers, mechanics wire, flat hand seals, brake chamber, clevis, couple nuts and bolts. Here is some of my air fittings for when I have to go out and put air to a truck and call. That's just miscellaneous stuff in here. Some of my bigger fittings that I got. Over here I have an air pressure regulator so I can regulate how much air is going into a truck. My 1/2-inch hose, reduce it down to a 3/8 hose. Soapstone, all my tire stuff, valve core removers, tire crayons, tread depth gauges, plug kit. Over here is some miscellaneous air fittings, quick connectors, same thing that's in there, a couple Cajun boats. Down here's my plier drawer. I ran out of room in my little electrical drawer, so I got my power probe, lead set down here, my tube cutter and flaring kit, my infrared thermometer, my donation money. Please donate for my drink fund. Over here I got Knips, Cobra grip pliers, 2 pairs of channel locks. These are Snap-on long needle nose, and a little pair of no names. I got these are the hose pliers. They actually work really good. I got those from Tractor Supply. I got the long 90, 45 and straight needle nose from Tractor Supply. A pair of no name wire strippers, no name linesman pliers, whatever you want to call these kind of pliers. Home Depot, Cobalt, vice grips, some more vice grips, a little snap ring. I got an actual set of snap ring pliers ordered from Snap-on. More vice grips, some no name side cutters, a tube bending kit, some more vice grips, Klein's little cutters, Milwaukee's wire crimpers, a couple little just normal pairs of pliers, no name, a little another pair Klein's wire strippers. I love these things, they work awesome, and some more little vice grips. That there is my big set of dual channel locks, my strap wrench, my Snap-on or Blue Point strap wrenches, and a couple pair of channel locks for welding. On these plier racks, instead of going out and buying them from Snap-on, I had when I first got my dog, I always crate train my dogs. Well, once he gets, used to not going to the bathroom in the house, I took the dog crate and was going to throw it away. Well, I cut one of the walls out of it and bent it down and made a nice little plier rack out of it. Good little way to save you a few dollars there. My next drawer is got my lockout kit, chalk line, my 100-foot tape measure, just a little chain back there for whatever, a brake bleeder set, then a fuel injection pressure tester kit, a couple plates here for doing big truck transmissions, a radiator pressure test from Pittsburgh, and a US General oil pressure tester kit. And that is a 10-foot airline that I made for doing lock ring tires. If any of y'all do truck tires or mess with the old lock ring tires, you understand what that is for. Up here is just my paperwork, batteries, paint pens, my wife's little mirror, makeup mirror. It works great though for looking into stuff you can't see. Phone chargers, miscellaneous keys and notepads. Go back in there like you're supposed to now. Quit giving me a hard time. This drawer here is all my ratchets. Not all of them. I do have one of them at the house. My long Matco ratchet. I got my 1/2 inch flex locking flex head Husky ratchet. That's one of my favorite ratchets to use. Here is a Great Neck 1/2 inch ratchet. The old Craftsman 1/2 inch drive ratchet. Some 2 Matco impact extensions. And a GM Performance Tool 1/2 inch extension. This is my Matco 3/8 locking extension. Another 3/8 just regular Matco extensions. And my Snap-on flex head non-locking comfort grip. It works. I'm just not a big fan of using this one. Then I got my Matco 3/8 standard ratchet. Husky 3/8. Duralast 3/8. Then my most used favorite ratchet is my other Husky locking flex head 3/8 ratchet. That's the main one I use more than any of them. Got a little Matco quarter drive locking ratchet, or extension, I'm sorry. My 1/2 inch to 3/4 from Matco. A 5/8 Husky 12-point socket that I use for starters, and that's what all the zip strips are for, so I can tie up all the starter wires. Up here I got a Snap-on quarter drive and a Matco flexing quarter drive. This is the Wobblies extensions from Home Depot. It's like 20 bucks, but for a little bit I use them. They actually work pretty good. I'm impressed with them. Next drawer is just kind of my hammer drawer. Nothing fancy, nothing to brag about. Wire brush. Oh, Craftsman extension that, as you see, I use as a punch. A little small wrecking bar. Aluminum square for cutting floorboarding. Some extra AC lines. Extra little drifts. Another little pry bar. And a, don't ask me why, but a little box of screws in there. Next drawer down, I got my Power Probe, my Klein multimeter. Right here is my Power Probe extension set. Here is a set of leads hooked onto a battery, and I got the ends on them. A piece of wire that will not stay any down where I put it. Soldering iron, a little butane torch, solder, butane, my Snap-on test light, electrical tape, some more solder in there, some little zip strips. Bring all that stuff to go back in here. Bunch of little cheap ends, wire connector ends. Bunch of eyeball fuses in there. That's a great thing about buying these little Tupperware sets. What do you actually use the little Tupperware things for? Well, that's the best thing I could find for them. Some bigger zip strips. Jumper leads with alligator clip. Green, yellow. And then my red and black. Some more little insulated heat shrink connectors. Drive shaft bolts. Can't never have too many of those extra ones sitting around. My AC O-rings. These are gaskets for oil coolers on a ISX Cummins and a air governor gasket. In here, my daughter likes bubble gum, so I keep the containers for just, looks like little pieces of brass in there. I really need to come up with a better organization for this drawer. If any of y'all guys have any ideas, please post them below. Ford fuel line clamps. Miscellaneous Carter keys in there. Here is my little AC line disconnects and a couple of rubber caps for air compressors. And back in there is just some more empty gum things for my daughter. Next drawer down is ADT's axle nut socket. It goes from a 4 7/8 down to a 2 3/32. It's a 22-piece set. I got a good deal on it, so I figured why not go ahead and buy it. Then my air tool drawer. I got my bearing packer for my small bearings, my little cookie disc, a pair of earmuffs, little Campbell Housefeld angle grinder. Got that from the pawn shop. I get like $5 for it. I figured, what the hell, I try it. If it don't work, no big deal. 3/8 whip. I got a Husky 3/8 air ratchet, Blue Point 3/8 air ratchet, Matco reversible cutoff wheel, my bucket of mule head wipes for wiping my toolbox down, Husky angle grinder for the cleanup disc, my Snap-on 1/2-inch drive impact with whip. I love that thing. Right there is my CP 1-inch drive tire gun, my cutting fluid, and my air oils. Well, guys, that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or any kind of comments or any way to help me organize that electrical drawer, please feel free to drop a comment in the bottom. Thanks for watching.